Florida beats Houston 65-63. How Florida won. For the Gators, the lead up to Monday's national championship game centered almost entirely around Walter Clayton Jr. The All-American guard was on a run not seen since Shabazz Napier and Kemba Walker carried UConn to a pair of titles in the early 2000s. It was evident immediately that Houston's scouting report did too. After scoring a combined 64 points in his previous two games, Clayton didn't score his first point until the 14:57 mark of the second half against the Cougars. He didn't make his first field goal until there was 7:54 left in the game. It was the recipe for a comfortable Houston championship win, inevitably continuing the narrative about the Cougars' top-ranked defense. But Florida's supporting cast kept Florida in the game just long enough for Clayton to get going in the second half, erasing a 12-point deficit en route to a 65-63 Gators win for Florida's third national championship since 2006, making 39-year-old Todd Golden the youngest head coach to win the national championship since Jim Valvano in 1983. Pivotal moment. There were so many stretches that seemed decisive in this game. Houston took a 12-point lead early in the second half after a wild sequence. The Cougars seemed to keep the Gators just out of reach, but never took another large lead. Clayton Jr. had been silent for the most of the game, but his three-pointer with 3:14 to go not only tied the game at 60, but also seemed to reinvigorate the Gators, who used that as fuel to win up until a defensive stop at the buzzer sealed the title. Pivotal player, Will Richard kept Florida alive early in the game. Although he struggled in the second half, his 14 points in the first half kept Florida in the game as Clayton went scoreless in a half for just the third time this season. He was pivotal for a Florida team that didn't have a lot of answers on offense against Houston's tough defense early in the game. Without his effort, the Gators would not have won this game.